thank you for joining me, Krista, with Imagine That Scrapbooks and Gifts for ITTV Presents Try It Out Thursdays, week number 34. I'm going to apologize. This week's been a little bit of craziness for me. I did have surgery on Tuesday, so if I seem a little out of it during the video, I do apologize for that. But hey, the show must go on. So for this week, what we're going to be doing is our Zutter Distrezz It All. It's one of my favorite tools. We're going to be making this very vintage, shabby chic, and distressed card right here using this little guy right here. And of course, I'm standing by a new friend of ours in store. Just love our great gifts and everything. But thought it'd be fun to do our video recording during this. All right, but before we get started, I need to pick a winner from last week's ITTV Presents. And our week number 33 winner is Miss Terry Young. If you'll please email us at imaginethatscrapbooks@yahoo.com to claim your prize, we'll make sure we get it out to you. And if you would like to be a winner of ITTV Presents Try It Out Thursdays, make sure that you leave a comment this week on this video for your chance to be entered in to win a prize, and our winner will be picked next week. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channels, and don't forget to check out our Monday Madness matchup. All right, let's go get started on this card. Hey everybody, so today we're going to be using one of my favorite tools, the Zutter Distrezz It All, which is a fun power tool for crafters and scrapbookers. This is a really easy distressing tool. It's by push of the button here. It is electric, so you're going to have to plug it in, but it has these little grinders right here that's going to allow you to distress papers with ease. So what we're going to do is we're going to use it to distress the edges here. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about this before I get started, because once I start pushing the button, it's going to be really hard to hear me. You can go with the blade for a small distress or go against the blades for a deeper distress, and I'll kind of show you. So the first one I'm going to do is with the blade. So you can see how that just very lightly distressed my paper. So on this one, I'm going to go against. Now look at that difference. Now you can get different distressing by adding more pressure to it, so I'm going to push down on it while I'm distressing against. So watch what it does here. See how it really takes out some of those edges? Well, that's the kind of look I'm going for. So I'm going to go ahead and distress rest the sides of this, going against the blade. Okay, now I'm going to do that to a couple more pieces, but this time I'm going to go with it so it's just a little distress. Okay, now this one I'm going to give it a little bit more, so I'm going to go against it again. Now this is a really great way to add that shabby chic look. So it has this little compartment down here where you can actually throw away all of your shavings. Sorry, I'm trying to be careful since I do have it still plugged in. Normally would recommend you unplug this before you empty this out, but you can see that's where all your shavings go. Makes it nice and handy to throw it all away. So we're going to set that off to the side now that we're done with it. And I actually think I'm going to use this runner over here. So let's start building our card real quick. I love doing the Distrezz It All to all sorts of projects, cards, altered arts, mini albums. This is great on the edges of mini albums, especially when you're doing chipboard albums and you really don't want that chipboard edge to show. Just Zutter the edges of it. It's really great technique, but gives you that shabby chic and vintage look. If you're into a lot of things Tim Holtz, this is really a great thing to do too, just because it again adds that real vintage look to the end of things. And our coupon code for the week is going to be Distrezz It All. So make sure you come in store to get your Zutter Distrezz It All. It's some great savings. All right, so now let's add a little bit of burlap. And I think I'm going to add the burlap like this. We're going to add that on top. So let's re-glue that. All right. I do apologize. I am a little shaky. As most of you know, I did just have surgery on Tuesday. So I'm going to apologize if I seem to be a little bit kind of out of my element, still trying to recuperate from that. So what I've used here is my Crocodile to add a brad underneath there. We're going to do the same thing on this side. So all I'm doing here is, because I decided to add the brad after I've already glued it down, I'm just going to lift it up a little bit because I don't like my brads to be seen from the inside of the card. I think that's just really an unfinished look. And it looks like I grabbed the wrong brad. So we're just going to switch this one out real quick. All right, now we're just going to add the top part, which is our sentiments, and be done with this one. Let's see here. Really like that shabby look, but I'm going to tuck that in right there. And then we're going to add our I Love Autumn right up there. All right, now we're going to trim those edges so we don't see all that funky stuff hanging off. I love using burlap. I use it on everything. Cards, layouts, altered art pieces, all sorts of fun stuff. All right, and there we go. A fun card using the Zutter Distrezz It All. Well, I'll see you guys next week.